What's up, my gravy babies? We're back. Enter the world. Okay. Return to the bamboo hut. Wait. Oh my god. No, I gotta do that shit again. Okay. Well, this time it's not going nearly as good. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, we better. Okay. Okay. Valley exit. Oh. Where does fate take me? Inspired by nature at Canyon, improve understanding of martial art. What martial art? I wish it would tell you. One thing of energy, which is good. Some textiles. A relic. On a puppet. I'll just move out of his attack range. Oh. Oh, she smacked him with a branch. There we go. I'm apparently a bully. Let me beat my low-leveled enemies up. When reaching the exit marked by the map, an extremely violent stream of mud flow lays in front of me, although there were floods in the valley occasionally, but mud flow of this kind is still rare. What should I do? Am I waiting here for 10 or even 15 days? As Wu Rubbish struggles, he catches sight of two flying figures from the opposite bank. When they land in front of Wu Rubbish, Rubbish recognizes that the figures are a young monk and an old monk. The old monk recited the name of Buddha, bringing two hands together, and bowed toward Rubbish slightly. Rubbish bows back immediately. With his sight not focused on Rubbish, the old monk asked gently, "Is this valley Yangzan Valley?" Um... How you get lost, old punk? This valley is called Muddy River Valley. Muddy everywhere. LOL. Not the name is only because it has. Not that name is only because it has not received that name yet. The English translation is a bit sometimes, but your words are so meaningful and inspiring. My religious name is Shi Shu Fu. If you could kindly guide us, I would be deeply grateful. I will recite passages. You, you 1,000. What the fuck? God damn it. He's gonna recite 1,000 passages to make me happy. You're too serious. But this valley has never been visited by outsiders. What are you seeking? I'm here to visit an old friend retired in valley to cure this boy. He points at the young monk. Oh. Rubbish looks at the young monk carefully. He's only about 10 years old, not only skinny, but also looks pale and sick. There's a vague scarlet mark between his eyebrows, like a closing strange eye. It is not scary on first glance, but it looks more and more weird as watching. The young monk also looks at Rubbish soon. He turns back to hide behind Shishufu. Doesn't matter. I still hope you could show me the path. Life is the most important affair. I cannot give up without having for a look myself. He seemingly notices, he allowed you to call him the father? I will talk. I will take you through the paths in the valley so you can visit yourself. Amitabha! Shishufu puts his hands together and gives Rubbish a great bow. Then Rubbish tells him all the safe paths. There's nothing to worry because he is leaving the valley and there's nothing valuable left. Even if the monk is a villain, there's no one to harm and no valuables to seek. So he also mentioned to the monk about the traps for protecting the bamboo hunt against the beast. Shishufu listens with nods. That's all. If you follow these paths, you can visit every corner of the valley in just 3 days. He thanks me and tells me the young monk to kneel and kowtow to Rubbish. Rubbish felt the kowtow was too much and raised the young monk immediately. Shishufu explains, if we could visit every corner of the valley in just 3 days, the child's life would have definitely been saved. Doesn't believe this, feeling that there is nothing in the valley and the old monk will probably not find a way to once, had to respond with no words but only a wry smile. Say goodbye. Before saying goodbye, Shishufu takes Rubbish to the opposite bank as a return of guiding. Then, Rubbish finds the path out of the valley following Dad's map. This path is based on the 8 diagrams, not only well hidden, but also full of variations. It is almost impossible to get out without the map. Rubbish is astonished by the path and wonders how Shishufu managed to enter the valley. While pondering, he reaches the exit of the valley. Leave the valley. Coming soon. Ugh. Taiwu Rubbish leaves the valley and is welcomed by a vast world outside. Beautiful mountains and rivers, broad sky and earth. The landscape seems endless. Taiwu Rubbish has lived in isolation in the valley since 7 years old. All he has seen was the few mountains and rivers inside the valley. All he has heard was the sparrows and monkeys in the valley. Upon leaving the valley, he felt as if a generation had passed. With such a vast world in front, Rubbish had no idea where to go. Asked himself, where does my destiny lay? Should I come back to the valley once I found Dad? Whether I find Dad or not, I will never return to the valley. I will live a free life and act on my own will. Literally just sounds like a fucking rebel teen. What the fuck is this shit? The world is vast and beautiful. I will do whatever I want. Let me punish evil. We could find Daddy. Let's see. With a deep breath, reads the letter. Again, the final character says, go to Taiwu Village to find Dad. Let's go meet Dad. Where the fuck is Taiwu Village? Oh. And this month. We can celebrate for in the end. Let's see. Oh, 2 locations got destroyed. She shall talk assumed the role of a town chief and another town chief. This is a remote area. There are only several old and shabby huts located. While Rubbish is wondering if it's the Taiwu village, the sound of fighting bursts from somewhere close by. I seek the story, seeing tens of swordmen escorting a prison van or fighting against a muscular man. The leader of the swordsmen shouted, villain from the lion-faced clan, you followed us all the way to the village. What are you up to? The wounded muscular man laughs with anger. Obviously, you bandits from the swordmen are robbing me. I have no treasures except my flesh. They argue while fighting. Although there are more swordsmen, every time the muscular man attacks the prison man, the swordsmen get distracted, forming an unstable balance with the muscular man. When Ravish was just about to help the swordsman from the swordman, a horrifying noise comes from the prison van, escorted by the swordsman from the sword manor. The tightly sealed van is shaking violently, as if it's imprisoning some beast. The swordsmen from the sword manor turn white on this. In spite of the enemy nearby, they rush back to the van, pulling the steel chains that lock the van with everything they got. The wounded man from the Lion Face clan, ow, fuck, I just bit my tongue, finds a good opportunity. He's on the verge of attacking the swordsman, and I will protect them. In a hurry, I picked up some stone chips and threw them at the Lionface Clan Disciple. Lionface Clan Disciple dodged all the stones, but couldn't find where the hell these stones came from. With the wounds bleeding, the disciple decides to run away to safety. The noises in the prison van stopped, and then the death-like silence covered the surroundings. After some time, Swordsman and disciples had a long sigh with relief, and then sat down on the ground while being worn out. After a short break, they continued to escort the van and head toward the village. The instant Ravish reaches the village, he finds a familiar figure dashes into the ancestral hall in the village. Daddy! Ravish hurries into the hall, but father is nowhere to be found. Soon, old Granny slowly ambles out from inside the hall. Come up and ask, "Excuse me, how should I address you? Have you seen an elderly man come inside?" After a while of hesitation, she smiles. "I am Fang, almost blind and deaf. Asking someone blind to lead the way would not help, wouldn't it, mister? But nevertheless, the ancestral hall of Taiwu is tiny. Looking around, you will probably find whom you are looking for." This is the ancestral hall. Why did father call me here? Is it to formally insert my name into the family tree? What? Even before Taiwu Ravish finishes speaking, Granny Fang exclaims, shivering as if electrified. Inserting your name? This is the ancestral hall of Taiwu. So your surname is Taiwu? How could it be? My adoptive father did ask me to use Taiwu's surname. This is Taiwu Village, but we cannot have Taiwu's surname? Nonsense, nonsense. Granny Fang paces up and down emotionally. Among the collection of surnames, you can choose whatever you like. Just this Taiwu, the Taiwu. You must be making Mister, you must be making fun of me, aren't you? As Granny Fang speaks, she suddenly stops and shouts, "You dare to call yourself Taiwu? Show me the evidence." How could the two characters Taiwu be passed through any family? There's no way I would believe you without proof, says Granny Fang, shaking her head. Taiwu feels puzzled. She's stirring up a tempest in a teapot and is deeply puzzled. Everyone who had Taiwu as a surname was not a Taiwu originally. Isn't this? Granny Fang takes the Fuyu hilt and touches the surface of it over, and her expression changes between gladness and sadness. That's right. Exactly as recorded in the hall, she remembers. Tears start running down her face as Granny Fang says to Ravish, "Gently, come with me." They spelled gently wrong, and it's starting to piss me off. Ravish followed Granny Fang, walked through a small corridor behind the ancestral hall, and arrives at a courtyard. There was 16 stelae. Is this like another thing that's butchered? I can't think. In the middle of the yard, the tallest says Taiwu, "With great characters, you can feel the flow and strength from riding. It seems that mortals would not be able to produce such ridings." Look at 15 smaller stelae nearby. A number of different sects is inscribed on each stele. Shaolin, Zan Yu, Yan Shan, Kong Sang, Sword Manor, etc. It's full of writings under that, most of which are people's names. I have no idea what they refer to. Please enlighten me. The greater self is ultimately non-self. This surname didn't exist in the beginning. Granny Fang sits in front of a stele and continues. Centuries ago, the whole world was suffering from Zhang Shu. It's a world of misery and of wailing, we could say at this point. Only one had a way to exterminate Zhang Shu, except that he was frail, struggling if the battle with Zhang Shu were to last. Hence, the masters of each sect gathered here, where they taught him their martial secrets in great detail, and he finally repelled Zhang Shu. Therefore, the man claimed to be Taiwu, and he was the original Taiwu. What we call Zhang Shu is neither anyone or anything but a devil. Once a mortal is corrupted by Zhang Shu, he loses his mind and becomes a monster that commits all sorts of evils and knows nothing but harming others, says Granny Fang, trembling and looking terrified. Taiwu Ravish's mouth opens wide, does not know how he should react to such insanity. Since he was struggling to fight, why didn't he impart the way to repel to others? I know little about the exact reason. Maybe the method was too unusual for ordinary men to master. At that time, all sects gathered together in a meeting and agreed to pass on their ultimate arts to the progenitor of the taiwu. However, the conflict and rivalry between sects have never ended. Even when there would be no choice, the sects would still not teach the martial secret to outsiders easily. Therefore, the very first taiwu erected the stele as an oath not to share what had been learned, even to the closest kins, even offspring. Only with Jiangshu still threatening the world and the taiwu was on the verge of death could a successor be chosen to carry the power. And the successor, upon receiving the power of Taiwu, must keep the oath, and then by wielding the divine sword and observing anomalies, eliminate Jiangshu from the world. And that successor is also called Taiwu. Holy shit! That's it. Now you see there can only be one taiwu at a particular time. Your death story draws the former, forward carries the latter, anomalies collaborate? Collaborate? Is that what they mean? The divine sword validates. As soon as you stop, Granny Fang stands up in place with the few you hilt into the slot and the stele a perfect fit as expected. I was just totally stunned. I guess you'd be able to see the previous generations of taiwu from the few you hilt. Although ancient directions said near death storage as the former forward carries the latter, but the genuine taiwu successors have never appeared in the last century, so nobody could confirm whether that is true. Maybe your adopted father was not a successor, or the legend might not be completely accurate. Don't worry about it too much, Granny Fang consoles as she seems to read in Ravish's mind. Alas, I understand you wouldn't be convinced with only a few words, so go with me, but don't be scared of what you're going to see. Ravish follows Granny Fang to the front of a stone hut on a small hill behind the ancestral hall. There are numerous nameless graves surrounding a hut. A prison van is parked on the side, exactly the one Ravish saw outside the village, but is now empty. Here it is, as she opens the door and steps into the hut first. Ravish steps into the stone hut, only to see someone tied to a huge rock with dozens of thick metal chains at the center of the hut. He seems incredibly strong and violent. At every struggle, the chains cut deep into the rock. This person must be the monster in the cage, being escorted outside the village. Oh, he was a disciple of the sword manor who lost all sanity under the corruption of Jiangshu. In general, madness is a mental disorder with abnormal behaviors, but have you ever seen any madman whose strength suddenly increases so drastically and can survive hacks and stabs? When this disciple of the sword manor was caught, his chest and belly were pierced through by weapons. How could he still be alive if it was not for the possession of Jiangshu? Holy shit. Oh my god, my lungs are dying. Help me. Why are they kept here? These corrupted by Jiangshu are irredeemable except with the power of Taiwu. Even with the successors of Taiwu being disappeared for over 100 years, people still remember them, with Taiwu village being their last hope, hoping that a Taiwu would return before their friend or family comes to the end. On hearing this, Ravish understands why there's so many nameless graves outside. So if Jiangshu really exists, then supposedly the legend of Taiwu could be real. Trying to know whether it's true, Granny Fang hands the few heal back to Ravish and casts tiles westward 3 times and chants to Ravish. Left, the sword is held by cosmic verity. Touch the void. Descend to the depth of soul tranquil. Transcend the earth fantasies ephemeral. This word is so hard to say. I hate myself. Ephemeral. Ephemeral. Whatever. All corporeal under tormenting obsession. No one in snare hath exemption. See me not as am I, for in the self evil lies. All corporeal under tormenting obsession. No one in snare hath exemption. See me not as I am I, for in the self evil lies. Hide subtlety amidst each word sacred. Echoes in the heart every sentence inundated. Ravish follows the chants and phantoms arise again. These figures once again appeared in the bamboo hut all around Ravish, holding the few he held together and stabbing the evil spirit of Jiangshu. The sacred sword is formless. When it shows itself, the clouds are parted. Nobody knew how much time has elapsed before Ravish's eyes slowly opened, but on a brick bed in Thatch College, Taiwu woke up! Taiwu woke up! A girl's voice comes through the window while Ravish is still in confusion. Soon afterward, a number of villagers crowd into the cottage while the girl is racing ahead to the bedside. She looks at Ravish with a smile. Who are you? Why am I here? Impression, wild man. I'm Ning Chung. You saved the madman from Sword Manor on the hill behind, but then went faint yourself. We don't have a doctor, so you're taken here for rest. Um, the mad of Sword Manor kowtowed to you till his head was injured, but then you fainted, and we've been busy caring for you. The mad one is left. Who knows where? Did you call me taiwu? Giggle, you're weird. It was you that told us you were taiwu. How dare a little child like me to name someone taiwu? But you create Sword Manor from madness, so we all believe you are taiwu. This female child. Faithless. Extremely long-limbed. Granny Fang, who is she? We don't have an old lady named Fang in Taiwu Village. Ningshun stares at Rubbish, wondering with eyes wide open. I mean, the Granny Fang in the Ancestral Hall has been torn down for countless times of bad days. What could you find there? Later, the villagers leave the debris of the ancestral hall close by. Rubbish recognizes the surroundings. The 16 Stilly standing there among the rubble, and the stone hut is there encircled by graves on the hill behind, with the exception of the ancestral hall, which has become dust-laden ruins. Type of Rubbish feels stunned and confused. Ask the villagers. Ask the villagers what happened. From the word that gradually dawns on. Earlier on, I claimed to be the successor and brought the disciple who was possessed with Jiang Shu back to normal using the hilt. People were excited with no exception of seeing the return of Taiwu, but shortly afterwards, Rubbish fell unconscious to the ground. Upon seeing Rubbish puzzled, Ningshu Chun pulls the bottom of Rubbish's coat and whispers, I heard this from the elders. Outside our village is an ancient tomb where an all-noting immortal lives. You'd better seek advice from him should anything puzzle you. Sadly, he only talks to adults and dislikes children. At this point, Nick Chun seems disappointed. Later that day, more and more of the people from nearby sect and towns visit the Taiwu village. They are filled with joy and relief on hearing Taiwu's return, as Jiang Shu could be demolished in no time. Construction in Taiwu village is unlocked. Available manpower increased due to the support of the villagers. Oh god. Intimate. Intimate? Ooh. Hello there. Oh. Taiwu village. Ley lines. Habitats. Swamp. Try to rebuild the ancestral hall. least my guy's in a good mood. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck to... In the storage, we got some generic pills of regeneration and bombs. Okay. Oh. I could try to become friends with these people, I guess, if I wanted to. Try to rebuild the ancestral hall. Vulgar acts. I could be vulgar to them if I wanted, apparently. I'd just like say fuck you. Try to rebuild the ancestral hall. Is there a village management button? The more structures you can build, the more influence you have. With a blueprint, you can spend resources to build structures. Okay. Didn't let me build a fucking structure. Cannot drag the ancestral hall. Season review? No. That's not it. Ah. Do I just have to give up on this? Ouch. Looks like I will. Select skill tree, adventure, mentor. This is Taiwu Village Field and Garden. Sure, let's have some berries. I don't know what this means. Let's go though. You can't take or give anything to. Are you sure you want to start the? Yeah. Damn. Oh no, I'm bad at medicine. Coming to help a dissident, take this. I ambushed. I don't know if this is a good or a bad place to come. It's 4 will. He is a novice position. Standard. No reputation. He is an apprentice smith. He's a male. And he's ugly. He has a pole arm, a blade, and a sword. Jesus fucking Christ. And then he has clothing. Okay. Oh, his leg's a weak point. Oh. Just cut him in his arm. I don't know if that's his right leg. It might be his right leg. Jesus Christ. car driving. Ouch. Come on. Just like. Oof. Oh, Jesus. That was stressful. Defeat an enemy who has stronger force. Bully. Oh. Overturn martial arts. Lower rank than the enemy. Oh, okay. Ah, jeez. Angry and yet shocked, he retreats away knowing it's hard to win. Oops. Oh, fuck. Um. Oh. Why do I only have 30 years of life? I have a decent amount of damage currently. Should I give her that? Yeah. Let's give her the fisticuffs. Oleander, Bezoar, Millennium Green, some wheat. I want to fix my waist. And probably my leg. That should be okay for now, I guess. Damn. Due to calm thinking, something happened. I got some food. Got more food. Ah, shit, it was a medicine. Oh no, I'm terrible at medicine. Got some ore. Didn't get any item there. Who is it over there? A sword is here to search, or a dissident. Leave at once. Good dogs don't get underfoot. Try if you have the guts to get in my way. Okay, I'm leaving. There we go, got some internal energy that time. Got some black onyx. Oh, I if I have any more points. I don't. I could put 1 point in here. Just to make... I don't think I have any inner arts though. Okay. Follows the blood trail in the hidden cave with the faint light leaked in. You found someone huddling in the corner. Before Rubbish could get closer, the one jumped to his feet shouting, "You are the one who attacked me from behind. You are coming to take my life?" So you have noticed me outside the village. Zhong Xiaoxi would not have been injured so badly if it was not because of you. If you're coming to kill me, just do it. He drew alongside, pulling and worsened the wounds and collapsed on his He just fucking... treated his wounds carefully with herbs in the bag and stopped the bleeding. It was not lethal damage. I can never repay you. You're saving my life, mister. As long as she comes to you saying gratefully, just then the sound of searching comes from outside. The pursuers must be near. Shit. I can't get you in trouble, mister. If I'm lucky enough to escape today, please find me at Lion Face. With that, he leaves stuff and flies out of the cave with surprising strength. Almost immediately, you hear screams and shouts. Robbers quickly follows, but there's no one in sight. There we go. I did that because he seems to have a decent rank where he's from. Ooh. What is FI? I don't understand what FI means. I don't even know what I should be doing. This says it's coming soon, so is this just gonna like try to rebuild the ancestral hall and find the ancient immortal tomb? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know where the fuck this tomb is. She's more brave than me. Do these heal over time? Sagacious? Is that a new one? Convergent. So sharp blade, that was a trait. Congenital? I think sagacious or whatever the fuck it is new. My standpoint is even. I'm still ugly apparently. I didn't think I was ugly. I have 3,000 experience. Why don't I... enter? To display, to heal the cricket, and provide prestige. I'm supposed to use crickets? This is my cricket. Storage. Okay, let's just put the stuff in here, I guess. By removing. I don't think I want to remove it. Is this Buddha? Yeah. I don't know what I can really do with this. But maybe just nothing. Check the architect to check the unlocked condition of each building. Oh. Certain buildings need that, I guess. So what does blueprint building need? It does not tell me. Social? Jesus Christ. Biography. Interesting. Skill? I don't get it. Well, I guess just gather textile, earn money, gather herbs. Oops. Yeah. Did I fuck it up? I think I did. Oh wait, are these all different maps? Find the ancient tomb of the immortal. Is there like a start of Green New Year Bazaar? Some successions. Some natural disasters destroyed some places. And a place lost a lot of money. Sure. And gather herbs. 18 a month. Well, this is a good place for your textiles, so another month passes. Feng Jiaowin fell in love with rubbish. Is that my companion? Ah, yes. Oh, Merchant Festival. Yeah, let's go. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can appreciate things. Taiwu meets a caravan at the bookstore. Let's see. Every time you win a debate. Um, I don't think I'm going to really be doing that whole debate thing. Sorry. Good attempt. Gained one playing chance. Um, the Heart Sutra. Buddhism. Um, 10 texts of Go Chess. Sure. I mean, might as well. My guy apparently is okay at chess. Five songs are the primary anthology. I mean, I don't know how to tell the difference. Cooking, Buddhism, Taoism. Oh wait. Oh. Oh. I mean, this would be good to have. That's expensive. Cannot afford that, sadly. I can get the Yellow Court Classic, though. Sure. Gained 278 food. No, I'm sorry, Winshawn. I probably shouldn't keep buying from you. It's just a chess book. I got more understanding. Let's see. A literature book. Astronomy book. A painting book. I have nothing for painting. And there's a craft book. Let's not buy anymore. Oh, Caravan of Master Square. Mud Ditch increases level up probability. Oh, these increase level up probabilities of things. Yeah, thank you. We'll want to forge a room because we want a good sword. Might get into a fight. No? A caravan champion shop. I have 195 money. He has a wooden sword, a copper sword, 5%, 4%, 4%. Efficiency 108, efficiency 110. Hack and slash. Penetrate 2121. My weapon just kind of seems better. Blade. Like, how much does this thing weigh? I mean, I can't afford it really. Unless I sold some of my food. bronze forge. I could sell. Hmm. I guess that's okay. I'm out of money. Sorry guys, I gotta go. Oh shit, I'm out of money, let me go. Leave the merchant festival. I now know the sorrow of being poor. 21 money. 79 herbs. Oh. There's a town. Wonder if my injuries have gotten any better. Doesn't seem like it. Let's look at this place. Interesting. Rich academic doctors, beggars. Hmm. I am under attack from beggar leader. Debate. A fucking chest debate. What the hell? I think he's better at chess than me. I don't think I can physically... Dude, he's like a chess god. Okay. Wow. Note to self. Don't try to make friends with these fuckers. Just kill them. Two days. 2 days. And the month. Rain, so fertile stuff is doing, a couple disasters, and some people got some money from windfall. Let's mark this location. And have them gather wood from here. Money. I don't think they expected me to go all the way over there right away. She gave me an herb. Let's be sword brothers. There's an ancient tomb nearby. The tomb is mystically settled, seems contained dangerous hexes. It's easy to get lost if unprepared, while taiwu rubbish is considering. A weird call for help comes from the tomb. Let's go. Yeah, it's fine. Let's begin. Astronomy. I'm actually okay at astronomy. Gives me a lot of plan chances. We're getting some internal energy. Rubber searches around the tomb to find the collar in the hole at the tomb corner. He seems to be pressed down under the fallen rock when trying to climb out the tomb. Robert's just horrified on the first sight, checking him over and over again. Finally confirms that the collar is a wooden golem. Are you this thing calling for help? After hearing the words, the wooden golem looks up, hitting the ground with his hand, and shouts towards Rubbish. What the hell of a thing? I have a name and I am older than you. You should call me the Immortal rather than thing. Impolite. Haven't you seen that I have a mystic scripture on my head, and the wood from Phoenix tree is my body? They all belong to immortals. Sorry, I am just an innocent child. I've never met immortals before. What should I call you? Golem nods and murmurs. Just an uncivilized villager. No wonder you couldn't recognize me. Then he touches his chin as if stroking his beard, saying, My name cannot be called by you, but when I followed the first emperor of Qin on the journey to the east, everyone called me Zhangong. You can call me Zhu Zingong or something. Oh, you had lived in the era of the first emperor. Definitely an immortal. Of course, if my luck wasn't so bad, you'd never have the chance to see me. Okay, no more messing about. Help me out. Sure. Removes the rock and helps him out. Excellent. Although you are a rambling boy, I'm surprised that you could remove that or that. God pressing stone with bare hands. You are definitely gifted. I am leaving. If we meet later, I will reward you. Um, are you trapped in this tomb? I just got soft-hearted with facing these incompetent foes. Let them seal me inside deliberately. Life is but an illusionary, inconsistent dream, as is said. What you remember might not be real. What you forget may not be fake. How could you tell whether you are in a dream or not? The immortal says, then lets out a loud laughter that sounds like a pair of wooden ships clicking against each other. Well, and then shakes his head. Next one, he taps at least secret of nature, better to remain covered. The immortal, do you know what on earth is that Zhang Shu? Zhang, the form of all corporeal forms, Shu, the pivot of every cursed deed, neither a deity nor a devil, neither killable nor destroyable. It shall rise from the mind and perish with the mind. If it finds its way in something evil and shapeshifts into a human, it can corrupt people's minds and seduce them into obedience with ease. There would be no escape for mankind from their doom. At least before it's hard to deal with. Hard to deal with. Do you recognize this? How come only the hill is west? Such a waste. So you know it? I know it, of course, Jihai the immortal elaborates proudly. Back in remote antiquity, there was a man who excelled in swordsmithing. He underwent 10 rounds of reincarnation, and during each round he forged one sword with his utmost in that life. This Fuyu hilt was created in his 10th life. Regarding the 10 swords, they each hold different powers, while they are all unparalleled divine creations. Among the 10, you can find one as thin as a cicada's wing, but unbreakable, and another blunt but capable of breaking anything in its way, so to speak. They're absolutely versatile and push the limit of changes. A whole day is not enough for their stories, I'm afraid. As for the 10th one, the Fuyu sword, words get in the way. On his lips, Zoo looks at Rubbish up and down while feeling your pulse with one hand on his wrist. Weird, that's weird. Is it taken away by someone else? Wonders for a while and lets go of Rubbish's hand. Then he continues. It glimmers in your hand, so it ought to have taken you as its new master in compliance with the former's will. Yet you have not gained a little bit of the power within. I can't think of a reason, indeed. Soon power kept within the sword. Indeed, however powerful one becomes, he has at best 100 years to live, as long as his days, and ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So to exceed the previous 9, the swordsmith finally forged the most mystical and exceptional Fuyu sword. It can absorb its owner's cultivation and power, and even thoughts and memories, to pass them to the successor. In this way, what is carried inside can be passed through generations and accumulate without limits. However, there can't be 2 owners at one time, since the former perishes once the sword absorbs his power. That might be the only defect. The Fuyu sword is such a miracle. The sword should have kept the power of 17 masters by now. How could it feel as empty as it is? After pondering for a moment, he remains puzzled. It seems you have to practice from scratch. With these words, he turns away. Standing alongside the ancient tomb, Ravish finds out even more questions than the answers and can hardly get over. Henceforth, Ravish can fill the hilt with power when dying by handing the Fuyu hilt to a successor who would carry on all the practice and knowledge of Ravish. The Fuyu hilt is so mystical, not sure whether it is a good thing to hold it. Zu the Immortal told me to practice from scratch, so where am I supposed to go to okay, so I was... Yeah, where the fuck do I study at? I think I gotta end this episode here, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.